Hello, Dark Moon Dollies. Today I'm going to do a video about the difference between Microlocs and Interlocks. There's also Sisterlocks. When I walk up out and about, people assume that what I have here are interlocks. And then when some people ask me what my hair is doing, and I'll say, it's just Microlocs because they're micro, they're skinny. They're not exactly that thick. So that's what I usually say. So yeah, who out there has skinny locks right now? And who out there has been told you should let your locks marry together so that they won't be so fragile? I don't mind what people think. What I do mind is unsolicited advice, which I talked about before in another video about something completely different, not having to do with locks at all. I mean, it's just people just will tell you shit, because they want you to do what they're doing and they want you to look like them. But fortunately, we are all individuals here and we all look different and not the same. So that is fortunate, isn't it? I found this website that tells the difference between Microlux and Interlux, and they also talk about Sisterlocs as well. So let's see, where is it? The name of the website is called Microlocs by Shanti. I almost said Ashanti, just Shanti. She lives in Austin, Texas. So the name of this article is Microlocs and Sisterlocs. What's the difference? What are Sisterlocs? Sisterlocs are a type of lock, but it is also a patented technique slash process that was developed in 1993 by Dr. Joanne Cornwell James. Okay, let's stop for a second. That name, Dr. Joanne Cornwell James, was sounding familiar. And the reason why it was sounding familiar is because I used to have a book, and the book was about all kinds of locks and natural hair care. And she was the author of it, but I can't remember the name of the book. When I get access to the book again, I'll let you guys know if she is indeed the same woman. I think she is, because I think that she is. Because in I think she appeared in another book that I had, and it was called No Lie, and it showed all kinds of natural hairstyles for Black women, and that one woman that they showed had really skinny locks, which I assume were called Microlux, because I believe that's what they titled them in that book that I had. No lie. That's the same name I saw Dr. Joanne Cornwell James. I think. You know what? I need to go get my glasses. I'll be right back. Right in back. I got my glasses on now. I was having a hard time being able to read really well. Did pretty good though. Let's get back onto the website here. Oh, excuse me. How are you guys doing today? Right now it's the evening for me. It's been gray and rainy. Not coming down too hard, but just rainy a little bit. The whole 20% chance of rain came through. So here we go. Did I skip it? That's it. No, that's the website. Shit. Oh, that's why I was wondering. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. I just had the website. There it is. Okay. Found it. Alright. As I was saying, Sisterlocs are a type of lock, but it is also a patented technique slash process that was developed by Dr. Joanne Cornwell James. It involves sectioning off sections of hair with a specific parting system and using a specific tool to create the uniform locks and maintenance. The locks are much smaller than small traditional locks and usually come in a standard size. The locks are interlocked from root to tip. Sisterlocs consultants go through specific training to be certified in Sisterlocs. However, if you have established Sisterlocs and find yourself in an area that doesn't have a Sisterlocs consultant, you can go to a loctician who understands the size of your locks and interlocking for your reties, aka lock maintenance. Let me just stop right here. I obviously don't have sister locks because the way that I started these locks was just a two-strand twist. What confuses me is when they say the locks are interlocked from root to tip. So I don't know how, or meaning that the roots are not loose. Like I've got mine aren't really tight. So yeah, because as you see here, mine was started glasses off. Mine was started as two-strand twists if it get closer. And this is the size that they're forming into now. That's how skinny they're. Some are that skinny, some are not. Some are this thick. So um, I don't know if you can consider these Microlocs. They are some of them are skinnier than the other, but they're not thick locks, that's for sure. And some of them are actually forming are now actual lock, like this one. And let me show you this one. A lot of them, actually, a lot of my two-strand twists on here are locking up. So, and I don't think they're going to be, all of them are going to be really skinny. Um, but I like it. I like the way they look. It's different from what I had before, definitely. It's definitely different than the freeform dreadlocks that I had before, and I'm just letting it do what it do. For all I know, I might just decide to just let it, then form free form. I don't know right now. Right now, I just like the way they are right now, and I haven't had to do much to them. Just like with freeform dreadlocks, I've been pretty much keeping it easy with it. So let's read the rest of this here. The only thing I've really been doing that's upkeep, I mean, more upkeep is the coloring of my hair, which I'm planning on getting the pink back. The orange I do like, but I think I'm ready to go back to the pink. What do you guys think? I think I like the pink. But this is kind of cool. It's got a summer vibe to it. Maybe I'll come back to this sunburst of orange, sun-kissed orange color in the summertime. They'll probably be good for the summer. So let's go on. What is interlocking? Interlocking is a method used to interweave hair strands together to create a lock without any additional styling products for the natural locking process to take place. Sister locks are interlocked. Interlock is one of the starting processes of microlocks. In conclusion, ultimately, when deciding between Microlocs versus Sisterlocs, there's no right or wrong answer. It just depends on what you want out of your hairstyle. Both are beautiful choices. You'll be free from the pain and never have to detangle your hair again while having limitless versatility with your hair. You can expect 350 plus locks from both options. I think I probably have about that many locks. I haven't counted all of them completely. I started counting them and I got to 150, and that was almost halfway through my head. So I probably have that many locks on my head. I think that's kind of cool. I mean, there's a part of me that just wants to let it, do it like that and see what happens. It is very lightweight, so All right, so I offer this lady. She does. Her name is Shanti, and she does this for a living. Microlock. I offer microlock starter locks in 3/8 square up to half square in size installed by using either the interlocking, like my locks, or two-strand twist methods. This gives my clients a variety of options, price points. Then I maintain my clients' locks. So, how much does she charge for interlocking and microlocks services? Here we go. New to microlocks. Okay, let me see. So, are you new to the journey, lock journey? There are so many creative ways to start your microlock journey. Oh, my throat. I should have brought something to drink. I offer microlock twist, two-strand twist with interlocking the root and interlocking root to tip. Let's see, how much does it cost? You can't click on anything and see the price. Okay. So, where's the prices? Pricing options. Here we go. Microlock establishment pricing. Price per hair. Length. Hair length. If your hair is 15 inches long, microlock twist will be $1,100, $1,250, $1,400. Interlocking $1,500, $1,750, or $1,900. A $20 additional inch after $15. Let me see. How much is the consultation fee? So the consultation fee is $30 and it's non-refundable. There's a microlock establishment deposit of $400, which is non-refundable. So yeah, here's a photo of microlocks look like. There, you see. And if you look at right here in the mirror, technically you could say that's what I have. Let's go on over to the mirror here. So you can see. See, technically that's what I have. Like if I lift up this one, you see that is tiny in comparison to most locks. See how they're turning up? But some of them are just thickening up on their own. See that? That wouldn't be considered a micro lock. And I can't unravel it. The two strands twist is turning into a lock. And it's not going to be a very skinny one. It'll be not a big one, but not a skinny one. So basically, I've got micro locks and regular traditional locks in here, is what I say. See, we got the little skinny ones here. And one side of my hair, as I showed you guys on other videos, this side of my hair is growing in longer and this side is a little shorter. And it's growing in, but it was a little shorter. So, yeah. See if I can do like that. You can see the back of my head. That's what the back of my head looks like. So, people are still calling them interlocks. I don't care what people call them. I was calling them microlocks. I've been getting a lot of compliments on them. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with the color that I've been using. I've been using very popping colors. And my roots are starting to come in. But I kind of like that black or dark brown in my hair coming through the sunburst. But yeah, I mean, what do you think? I mean, that sounds like an absorbently high priced salon visit. And let me pause this and tell you why I don't want to go to salons. It's not because of how much the pricing is for. I'll be right back. I gotta get some ice cold water. It's hot in here. I'm back. Gotta get some cold water going. It's starting to get hot up in here. Let's see. hydrated, my friends. Excuse me. So yeah, I just been calling them Microlocs because they're skinnier. They're skinnier than I had them before. Now, if you know me and you've seen my videos all throughout the years, my last set of dreads were freeform dreadlocks, and I had those for 30 years. Now, a whole new set, and now they're not freeform dreadlocks. So, if you look at my past videos, you'll see from when I first started, I did one video. I was talking about my dreadlocks from the very first video, I believe, till the 30 years, and then now. So yeah, I like it. It's really lightweight. It's nice. It's easy. I wake up. I don't have to do anything to my hair really. The only thing I really did, like if my hair is like sticking up, going bing bing bing, I've been using this stuff. Oh, get up. I've been using this stuff, this less jam stuff, and I just put it in my hair, and it holds the curls in and stuff. So, and I've been liking it. Let's see if we can get close up on one of these babies. See what I'm saying? I like it. My hair has just been, it's going into like, my friend or my neighbor was telling me, really good neighbor, she's telling me that it looks like a Caesar cut that she had when she was younger. And I was like, it is kind of looking like a Caesar cut in a way. Now it's starting to grow in and looking a little less than a Caesar cut, but I see what you mean. It's getting longer. So, kind of has that style a little bit. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. Like I said, I'm sure that probably have about 350 dreadlocks. I'm sure locks, dreadlocks, Microlocs. Because, like, I mean, if you want on one video, I could take the time out and count each and every lock, and I could tell you how many I have right here on the video. Let me know if you guys be interested in that. If you want to donate to this channel, you can go to excuse me, I was gonna belch. You can go to my Cash App. My cash tag is lightmoondoll, and in exchange for your donation, I can create a one-of-a-kind piece of artwork for you, or I can create a video based on a topic of your choosing. So, I have this right here, and what this is a bottle of rosemary and lavender hairspray, hair rinse spray. Basically, like you've seen on many of my other videos in the past, I take the herbs, put them in a pot, boil them. After I boil them, I let the herbs sit in the pot of hot water, and then probably for about I let it sit there for about 10 to 15 minutes so that it gets good and strong. And then I let it cool off. I strain the herbs out, and then I pour the concoction into this spray bottle, and it's nice because both rosemary and lavender help with hair growth. And I've talked to you guys about that on previous videos. So basically, spray, spray, spray. It's not going to spray for me, huh? Ooh. And it feels good on my scalp. If my scalp is feeling itchy or if my scalp's feeling hot, because I still have hot flashes. So it feels good for that. I've actually experimented with using this concoction on my face. I had like a bump on my face that was like hurting, was stinging, and so I just rinsed my face with this, and the bump went down completely. It's not completely gone, but it went down, and my skin feels so fucking smooth. It's crazy. I'm not supposed to cuss on this channel, huh? Or any channels. But yeah, and it smells good too. You could do this with rose water if you made your own homemade rose water. Basically, boiling fresh roses into a pot, and then strain the water. the rose water and put it in a spray bottle. Bam, you got it. See? And it feels good on my hair too. I love it. My scalp loves it too. And it's helping repair any damage that I had. You know, this spot there that was like trying to get thin is now thickening up. It's because I've been doing that. I enjoy using the spray bottle method, especially because my hair is short. Um, and it helps to it makes it really soft and nice, and I love it. Yeah, so that's about all I have to say. Oh, hold up. Here's the herbs that I freshly harvested. I did some wild harvesting of some lavender and some rosemary. Be nice to be able to find a patch of wild sage. That would be my next adventure. I believe that you can find out online if you look up the area where you're at and find specific plants growing wild. That's what I'm going to investigate soon. So I'd like to find a stand of nettle, stinging nettle, because that's also good for our hair and your scalp growth. It's good to take it in as a tea. You can use nettles in a salad. You can use it in stews and soups. Um, yeah, it's really, really nutritious and delicious. But you got to know when to harvest it. That's why it's called stinging nettle. If you're harvesting at a point where the stingers are active and alive, you want to be able to wear some gloves to protect yourself, or else you're going to be stinging just like the stinging nettle. It feels like these plants have a protection over them, so that if you don't know what you're doing, then you get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, thanks for joining me today for, I guess you call it lock talk instead of rewind dreadlock talk. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being with me for all these years of watching these videos. I've gone through so many different transitions as far as my hair goes, and I'm sure that all of you have. Or maybe you guys have been consistently the same and still have your set of locks from like forever. Like I had that adventure of 30 years with locks. I had this vision that I was never going to cut my locks out. My locks were going to grow past my feet. I was going to let them go as long as they wanted to go. Then life happened. Things happened. And now I'm in a fresh new start. I don't plan on wanting, because see, like when I was in a transition of growing my hair back to where for them be long enough to where I could put them in two-strand twists. Um, it's a whole different thing this time around. I'm actually liking the uniformity of the locks, but then with me, it's never going to be uniform because I like doing my hair myself. And another reason why I don't like others doing my hair is because, not just because I had some horror stories happen to me. I had some horror stories happen to me as far as salons go, and I had some good stories happen to me as far as salons go. But the bad story, that one really bad story, made me want to forever not have anybody mess with my hair. Also, I never really felt comfortable with people doing my hair, to tell you the truth. Not even my mother. I had this thing about, it is not comfortable. It's not comfortable sitting in a spot where you have to sit there and you have to be still, and this person's got to do this. I don't want someone doing what I like to do with my hair. It feels uncomfortable having someone touch my head. And a lot of this has to do with having autism spectrum disorder. A lot of people know that the disorder as Asperger's. Some people don't like to use that term because of its connection with Nazi Germany. I understand that. That's why I usually say autism spectrum disorder. I'm at level 1, which is considered um, high functioning and low needs. So that's what I'm considering, and I don't really like. It feels weird having strangers touching my hair and doing my hair. It does because The first time I had my hair done was in a salon, and I told my mom I wanted a carefree curl. My brother had already gotten one, and I thought it was unfair because look, I'm a girl, and usually girls are the ones. That was my thinking. Usually girls are the ones that like to go get their hair done like that. Why is it that he's getting this and I can't? So anyway, I ended up getting my hair done. She was adamant about me not going and doing that process on my hair, telling me that if I do this, it's gonna ruin my hair. And she was right about it ruining my hair. It was all those chemicals, all the it was all the chemicals that fried the fuck out of my hair. It made it the carefree curl looked good after it was done, but the upkeep on it was a much more of a battle than I thought. I mean, having to put this spray moisturizer, and the liquid uh, Carefree Curl activator on there on a consistent basis so that my hair didn't dry out. And then wearing that plastic bag on my head at night so that the greases and all the curl activator and the curl moisturizer doesn't get all over my pillow. Lights out. Can we get the light back on? Thank you. It's not that dark with the light out, huh? But yeah, I went through that kind of. I thought it was strange. I was strange because I didn't enjoy someone else touching my hair and doing my hair. Then I found out that is associated with my autism spectrum disorder. It really is. I don't. It just feels weird. And even when I started doing other people's hair, it felt weird too. Me touching other people's hair because it's other people's energy that I'm dealing with other than my own. And a lot of times it just felt like the energy was off, way off. There was only one time, I don't know why my camera just froze like that. But anyway, there was one time that I used to get my hair done, and it was on a military base, and it was a really sweet, short Asian lady with a limp, and she would do my relaxer, and she would do it perfect every time, and I never lost my hair, any of my hair. She always conditioned it right. She told me which products to buy and everything. And then I stopped having access to be able to go to that salon because it was a military base. At that time, I was a teenager and I wasn't allowed to go into the military base without my sister because my sister was is a military widow. So that's how I was allowed to get on the base and go to not the commissary because the commissary is where you get the food, but the other place where they had everything else like electronics and hair salon, all kinds of stuff like that. But that woman was really, really good at what she did. And that was the only time that I got my hair done that it didn't get fucked up. Um, it was in good health, even though it was relaxed, it was in good health. Because the woman knew what she was doing and what she told me to do with my hair. So the next time that I got a relaxer, and I talked about this on another video, um, the lady left the relaxer treatment on my hair too long, and then she came back because she had left to go pick up her kid from school, and I didn't know that's what she was doing. I'm under the hair dryer. She comes back, my scalp is burned the fuck up. So long story short, um, I end up looking in the back when we used the yellow pages. I found this place called King of Curls, and this guy Rasta man, he very thick long dreads, King of Curls. He gave me a simple solution. He washed my hair. First, he washed my hair. He conditioned it, and it smelled really nice. Felt good. Massaged it, and he trimmed off all of the dead hair, and then he applied castor oil to my scalp. And then he gave me a bottle of castor oil and told me how often to use it. Pretty much I was using it every day on my scalp to heal. And it healed my entire scalp. So I'm lucky that I have hair on my head. I am. I feel very thankful for the hair that I have on my head. No matter what I decide to do with my hair, I feel thankful for the hair on my head. And I hope that you guys too. I hope you guys appreciate what you got instead of wishing you had something else. Because a lot of people look at other people's hair and go, I wish my hair looked like that. And I've talked about this when I had freeform dreadlocks, that I would get that comment. I wish my hair looked like yours. No, you don't. You should wish that you should be happy that your hair looks how it is on your head naturally. So that's all I got to say for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Uh, just do what you want to do. Just be conscientious of what you do so that you can avoid any damage to your hair and your scalp. And if you are interested, you can check out my past videos, my freeform dreadlock videos, because they're relevant to anybody's type of dreads or locks. If you don't like saying dreads, they're relevant to anybody who has locks. And a lot of the treatments I talk about are relevant to people that don't even have locks. They just want their hair to get healthier. My treatments that I talk about that I do, and I even show you, and a lot of the videos, a lot of the methods I've used are all natural, like the the fenugreek mask that I put on my locks, the hair rinses that I showed you guys that I do on my locks. All these videos that I did, they're here to help you, whether you have locks or not. Like I said, a lot of these treatments are relevant. And yeah, I still am doing the rice water treatments. As I said before in another video, I've decided to only do it once a month. So I was doing it once a week at one point, and then in the very beginning I was doing it way too much. So, but yeah, it's a really good one treatment to do for your hair if you feel like you're experiencing hair loss, which is the same as hair fall, pretty much. You're experiencing alopecia. I'm not your doctor. I'm not your dermatologist. I'm not your, I don't know what other word I can say, but I'm just somebody just sharing my experiences that I've had with my hair. And if you find it helpful, then awesome. And if you want, you can share it with your friends and family. And I'll be coming back with more videos like this. So stay tuned. Brightest blessings to you all. Once again, if you want to donate, you can go to my Cash App. My cash tag is lightmoondoll. And in exchange for your donation, I can create a one-of-a-kind piece of artwork for you, or I can create a video based on a topic of your choosing. If you want, you can go to my Instagram. Under Psychedelic Dark Moon, I have a few photos where I'm showing with my hair. And there's in the process, like you see from when I went from a TWA, like a purple colored I had a purple, kind of a purplish berry colored hair fro, and now it's grown in a lot. So check it out. And then also I have a TikTok under the name Dark Moon Doll. You can email me at scarydolllady@gmail.com. I've also started making fabric beads again, and fabric dreadlock beads again, or lock beads, whatever you want to call them. But I've been starting to make them again, and I'm gonna put them up online and see if anybody wants any. So, anyways, that'll be coming up on another video that I'll show you the dreadlock beads I've been doing. But until then, take care of yourself, and I hope you guys feel blessed and know that this hair on your head is a blessing. And I do, yes, I still feel like my locks are antennas. Alrighty, guys. See you later. See you soon.